All right, footy fans, get ready to join the chat as we talk everything about footy. Here at the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, P.J. and Breno.
It's a little bit slower than Breno's because he had 100.
G'day footy fans, this is the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Welcome to another awesome episode. Round 26 is here. We have all your tips coming up, so stay tuned. We are your hosts. I'm Breno, and of course, PJ. Here he is. How you going?
Doing well, man. It was a tough game. Your Knights got us, but there was a lot of really good games on the weekend, so I'd love to talk about it very soon.
Absolutely. We'll just get into it, into some footy news. Here we go. Before we get into it, as you will be aware, and hopefully you followed us for our journey last Saturday, PJ and myself finally met. Yeah! We've got some images and video of us meeting, and so check out our page. Great night. Meeting. There's Mum. There's me missus.
Yeah, good time, mate. Looked like you guys had quite a few beers. As I was saying at the start there, you kind of cracked into my beer's a bit lower tide than his because he already had 10. So, but we had a really good day. It was great chilling in that bar. Breno nearly couldn't get into the
security
event.
Stopped me. They didn't
Security
like the
stopped
microphone.
him. Had to put the glove on.
But still recovering from that.
Yeah, great food, great company, great beers, great game. The result was great for you.
That's right.
Become best friends. Yeah.
It was a really, really good night out. I'm so glad we got to do that.
Yeah, it was awesome. We'll definitely be doing it again soon.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get into it then. So, minor premiership for the 2024 season has been locked in. And congratulations to Melbourne Storm, who are now 6 points clear of the top 4 teams. You have to go back to 2020, I think it is, for the last time there was such a big gap between first and second. Congratulations again to Melbourne Storm. I guess the question is, who's going to beat them?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. The Melbourne Storm have been really solid this year. Amazingly, in the last few weeks, they haven't really hit top gear.
Yeah.
But the Panthers have fallen off the perch a little bit, so that's secured them the minor premiership. Phil Rothfield's losing his mind because Melbourne are ripping off the fans by announcing last night, Tuesday night, on the team list that they're not going to play 11 of their players and they're going to rest them. That's not a rip-off, Phil Rothfield. Just so you know, a rip-off would be an hour before kickoff, you pull everyone out. And I've bought my ticket. I'm in the stand. I'm expecting to see all the superstars play, and now they're not. So understand what you're talking about, mate, before you go out there.
Is it a bit disrespectful for the opponents? Like,
No.
Cowboys they're in the finals, so there's a potential that Melbourne can play them. And anyway, we can talk about that after.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think it's completely up to Melbourne Storm or any other team who they want to name. If they've got no way to go up or down, it makes sense to give a couple of those younger guys a run.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to be good for it. To give the big guys a rest, they're going to be better for it. Get their bodies 100% right for the final. They're going to be really hard to beat. You know, the fact they're so far ahead, they're going to play fourth. At this point, it's Penrith. They won't want it to stay that way. I'm pretty sure the Melbourne Storm are going to want to play the Sharks or the Bulldogs or someone like that, but probably not the Roosters. But with the Roosters for and against, their second place is looking really solid.
Yeah.
So I would anticipate that the Storm will want a bit of an easier run than Penrith.
Yep.
But Penrith have proved year after year they can do anything in a final.
Yeah, they're a finals team. Yeah, absolutely.
They can do anything in the finals. So wouldn't surprise me week 1 of the finals, Penrith beat Melbourne and take the week off anyway.
Yeah, half their luck. All right, yep. Manly Seagulls and Tom Trbojevic have had a request by the superstar fullback to significantly pay cut his take a significant pay cut. Oh my God!
You still hungover?
I'm still struggling from Saturday.
Oh, jeez. He's asked to take a pay cut, ladies and jellyfish. So he feels bad that he got so much money, and for the last 6 years he's been out with a hammy, probably 70% of the time. So I understand this, Breno.
Is he stupid though? Why would you want to take a pay cut? I get it. Yeah, he's feeling bad for his fans in his club. Yeah.
Manly are doing it. They're going, you probably haven't really done your bit, and we need to buy some players, and you need to this. Well, the reality is, the NRL probably made the right decision.
Yeah.
That if this would be a really bad precedent. Now, in other sports, and we see it all the time, I'm a big San Francisco 49ers fan. Go the 49ers. In other sports, they restructure contracts. So I'll be signed up for $20 million a year.
Yeah.
And then they'll add a third year at $15 million, hypothetically, and then spread that money across 3 years. So then this year they're only hit by 18 or 17 million instead of 20 million, and they spread it out. Now, I don't think anything would be bad in that way, but Manly can't expect the NRL to give him a $400,000 pay cut.
So obviously they're trying to, I don't know if it works that way, if that was employed to get their salary cap to drop down a bit. But
yeah. Yeah, well, the NRL's already come out and said if they did that, it wouldn't count anyway. His wage would still be against the cap, so there'd be nothing gained. Tom's going to take the money. But I understand kind of his point of view, but the NRL's right. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that. It'd be like Latrell turn around now going, I took Joey Manu's head off. I've been injured half the bloody time. I've been resting at the fullback position for the other 25% and probably played 25% good football. I'm just going to sign for $400,000 next year instead of 1.2. Yeah. They can't do that. You can't do that. So.
Yeah, good decision.
Yeah, good decision.
Talking about not so good decisions, poor old Jared Rahara-Graves set to miss the start of the NRL Finals series after being hit with a long suspension. I know I've been joking about it. He seems to be the guy that always gets sent off for the Roosters games. This poor bugger can't get a break. He's just come back from a suspension. Now looks like he's off again.
Fox League were playing that story today. Is he being hard done by here, ladies and gentlemen? No, he keeps high tackling people. That's the problem. He's 4 weeks away from being retired. He's going to hang up the boots. He's going to be lucky to play another game because every time he comes in, he gets himself wiped out. Yeah. Jared, if anyone knows Jared, please pass this video on, please. Jared, below the nips, mate. Aim below the nipples, okay? Just tackle around the waist for a change. Stop trying to take people's heads off, and you might be able to play 2 games in a row.
Yeah, he's not the only one doing that at the moment, though. But yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, it's been
mate, the Crichton thing last week. The Crichton thing last week did my goat. Bulldogs should have been 10 in the bin.
Yeah.
Cameron Murray does the identical tackle, 10 in the bin. Then Stephen Crichton gets 1 week. Cameron Murray gets 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's the same tackle. Like, how do you do one and not the other? And then the guy who does get binned, you give him a longer suspension.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
Yeah, the NRL need to go back to, would this have caused a concussion? Yes, no. If yes, we want to take that out of the game. If no, can we all just move on? Stop penalising every bit of contact that brushes against someone.
Yes. Annesley actually come out and he said, as he does each week, in his little press conference that he does, and goes over the usual defending his referees. But he said, unfortunately, that Stephen Crichton high tackle should have been a sin bin. And that's just sent media, players, coaches, and all us fans obviously confused as to why 3 players got sent off in the Manly Tigers game, and this one
in a row consecutively. Consecutively.
He claims the bunker's getting it right 80% of the time for the year, but it's just not good enough. It needs to be 100%. That's the whole idea of having a video ref to stop the inconsistencies. But they're causing it.
We've got to get some standardisation.
Here he is at the live feed for his
And that's not Photoshop, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually what he was wearing at the time. So, but the problem, Breno, is they don't like to measure They don't like to measure things off other things, so they always treat each individual incident separately. That's why we get inconsistency. They need to look at that one and go, wow, that's the same as that one. We should do the punishment the same.
And I think that's what happened
They've got
after
to be
that
comparing.
game. Yeah, that they did. Yeah, even in the game we were watching, there was a couple of send-offs for that.
Yeah.
They weren't all that bad, but yeah, it is. It's contact the head, off you go.
Yeah. Very frustrating. But anyway, let's get into the weekend's round of football. We started off with Manly, 16-0, and everyone's like, hold the beer. Here comes a 50-plus for Manly. And then, as we said, consecutive sin bins in the second half. I think the West Tigers got to play against 13 men for about 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time, there was someone in the bin the whole time. So they obviously got momentum. Very motivated. There was a big story in the media that on Thursday that they were not going to accept a loss because they're not going to come last. And Luke Brooks returning to Leichhardt. It was all beautiful. The Tigers, well, they were celebrating like they won the grand final.
I guess for them it is. They're not getting.
It is
potentially not getting the spoon. Could be their grand final. But yeah, stay tuned. There's a possibility that the spoon bowl might happen on the last round with Parramatta, but we'll have to see what happens this week.
Yeah.
How Parramatta.
We need St George Illawarra to win to keep Parramatta on the same points. If Parramatta beats St George, West Tigers have been handed the spoon for the third season in a row.
Embarrassing.
Very. We both went 13 plus Manly. Obviously, that was a waste of time. But anyway, we move on to game 2. The Warriors started well against the Bulldogs. They hung in there. It was a 20-10 at halftime. It was a close match. I saw this. I spat my beer out in my lounge. I said, "Do you see that, Breno?" And he went, "See what?" And then I found it on the internet a minute later. So won't be the last time I play with Mike Johnson, but it will be the last time they play with their Johnson at New Zealand, at Auckland. So the Bulldogs, too good. I went 1-12, but they scored right on full time to make it 13 plus, much to Breno's delight.
I got one.
Yep. But Warriors just no second half again, unfortunately.
Yeah, so the Doggies party continues too in Bankstown. I think it's still going actually. All getting on the bandwagon.
That is a fully sick car.
Yeah, it was later found burnt out. Down the
fully
road.
sick, bro. I love it. It's unreal. It's got mag wheels. Oh, you got to laugh. That's good. All right, game 3, the late game on Friday night. We both went Broncos 1-12. We both got that right. It was closer than we thought. Did the Eels start? Was it 12-0? I'm trying to remember. Eels started strong.
They got to 16-0, yeah.
Oh, it was also 16-0. And then the Broncos just slowly kept coming back. No Reece Walsh, which was a loss. But Tristan Sailor, geez, he played a good game of football. Adam Reynolds, ball was on a string like a puppet. Ball on the string. He did fantastic. And, the Broncos, I had them ruled out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
This is official. They're a slim chance.
About 4 weeks ago, I think we said that. That's it. They're gone. But yeah,
gone. Broncos gone. But there is a slim chance. If the Eels upset the Dragons this week, it's game on for all 4 of those teams. And we'll look at the points table in a minute.
And here's Archie. He's 35 years old, saying it's tough supporting the Eels.
Oh, it's been a hard life.
There's also an incoming call for you, Trent. The wooden spoon is calling. Do you want to answer
Forrest
that?
Gump himself. Forrest Gump himself, yeah. No, he probably deserves a spoon, actually, Trent Barrett. But I'm hoping we get a spoon bowl, Breno. I really am.
Probably
I think
the best
it'd be
game of the year.
Yep. Speaking of best game of the year, the Raiders had their best game of the year.
I reckon.
At
Wow.
home, after they were disgraceful last week, came out and beat the Panthers 22-18. We were at the bar. What was it called? The locker room.
The locker room,
across from ANZ Stadium. We're at the bar watching this one on the big screen, guys. Because the screen's very high. And Raiders, they finally turned up almost when it's too late. But like I said, if the Dragons lose this week, Raiders are a slimmy. What do you think of this one?
I didn't really get to see it. Like I said, we're having some beers. We looked up at the screens like, what is going on? Is this the Just the
This reserve
New
grade?
South Wales Cup, or that's what's going on with the school.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Ricky was very proud. He was telling everyone after the game that it was his strategy to score more points than the other team. It's a good plan. They won.
That should be everyone's plan. Isn't it?
What happened Saturday night, Breno?
What happened Saturday night? Wow. Storm were ruthless and unforgiving. They smashed the Dolphins 48-6, also securing the minor premiership, as we mentioned before. Dolphins now slipping down to 10th and may miss the 8 altogether. And like I said before, I guess the question is, who is going to beat the Storm? Not the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins season on life support. We both went 1-12. We thought they'd have a go. They just didn't even turn up. The Storm were white hot. They were electric. And especially, I guess, because the Panthers just lost, motivationally, they just saw Penrith lose. We win today, boys. And we've won the minor premiership. They've just gone out there and gone bushka. And that was the end of it. So Storm, they know when to get up, and they were up. They played a fantastic game. Caught the highlights yesterday. Really impressive performance, and they well deserve resting whoever they want to rest.
Fair enough. And we go into the Rabbitohs.
Now, we can skip this game. We can skip this game.
Knights turned up at a core stadium on Saturday, just like we did. Go back and watch the video on our page for a bit of a laugh.
Very funny.
The game was close during the first half, where the Bunnies got an early lead. It got to 12-all until the Knights scored and got a penalty goal just before the break. Second half, Knights continued to score for a 36-16 win. Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, Knights got the first try. Bunnies got back to 12-6, I think it was, 12-6, and then that was pretty much the end of it. The Knights just too good. South, too many mistakes. Disappointing. You're not going to play. You're not going to play the video.
Here it is, everyone. The moment everyone's been waiting for. This was us last week.
I was worried you were going to do this to me. I've tipped the Knights. I've tipped the Knights 1-12, and now he wants me to bet on my team when I think we're going to lose. All right, what's the bet, bro? I think what we'll do. How about this?
All right.
We'll have to wear the other person's hat and record a video for our group saying "Go the Knights! The Knights are awesome" or something like that.
Yeah, I'll be going.
You have
Yeah,
to
go
do-
the
don't do a
Rabbitohs.
picture on us.
Latrell is awesome.
I'll put my scarf on you and everything. If South win after the game, you've got to cheer us on.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
And they won.
Go Newcastle! Go the mighty Knights! Newcastle!
Newcastle!
Newcastle wins! Newcastle!
Newcastle!
Newcastle wins! Newcastle!
Newcastle!
Newcastle wins!
I'm hoping that
Newcastle!
Newcastle wins! I'll take it!
Good game. Doing it at home, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just say you don't feel too bad, though. I did find this back in 2020. I made a similar bet with one of my workmates, and that was the Knights and Rabbitohs elimination final in 2020. And yeah, we didn't come off very good in that one. Got absolutely annihilated, and I had to wear the Rabbitohs jersey all day at work. Do I look good in red and green, do you think? Or? No.
Had to wear it all day.
Yeah.
Ouch. I was at that game. It was very enjoyable.
All right, now we go into the Titans and Roosters. Roosters have flown into second place, defeating the Titans 48-20. They ran in 9 tries to 4, completely outclassing the struggling Titans. And unfortunately, as we mentioned, Rara Hargraves will be out for the start of the Roosters finals campaign, but that might be good for other teams. Yeah, I thought you might be sad for him there. He's got 3 weeks off.
By the way, fans, you can see on the screen it was 48-22, not 48-20. Breno still suffering the effects of the drinks on the weekend. So please,
They must have
the
snuck
show.
They must have stuck an extra 2 points in there.
But yeah, the Roosters. I saw the replay of this one as well, and just far too good for the Titans. Unfortunately for them, their season gave up a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Roosters. Second spot, 1 game potentially away from a qualifier. So they've got to keep winning the last two, but they're potentially one semi-final at this point versus the Sharks. Walking maybe into that semi-final. Maybe. Sharks have been very good without Nico Hines, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this game.
Dragons and Sharks. Sharks give some teams sitting outside the 8 a little bit of hope as they defeat the Dragons 38-10, and now sitting in third spot, jumping the Panthers on the ladder.
Yep. Sharks, white hot. We both went 1-12. Foolishly, of course. The Dragons just didn't turn up. Like, seriously, if they sneak into the 8, they'll be cannon fodder. Get the cannons firing. They'll be cannon fodder in round 1 of the finals. They're not going to give anyone any trouble at all if they play like that. So
yeah, pretty much the top 7 are locked in. Like the top 7 teams will be playing finals. Obviously, Storm with the minor premiership. Roosters, Sharks, Panthers, Dogs, Seagulls and Cowboys are locked in for the finals. 1 spot remaining, as we mentioned. 1
spot left.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance. I guess we should go have a look at the ladder.
Let's do that. So there we go. As I said already, I've written off anyone outside the 8, but after that result by the Dragons, just not turning up, Broncos, Dolphins, Raiders and Knights are all a chance to sneak into that 8. All of them except the Raiders with a better for and against than the Dragons. So if anyone finishes level with them, apart from the Raiders, Dragons are out.
Yeah.
Dragons are out. So the Broncos are a massive chance. The Dolphins, they've got a couple of hard games from memory. But we'll look at the draw in a minute. Rabbitohs, sadly, losing 15th. Storm up the top. 4 points or 6 points? I can't read that. 38?
6 points.
38 or 36? 6 points clear first.
Storm is, yeah.
And then the potential for the big spoon ball. Oh,
it's going to be awesome.
Dragons have to win this week to make that happen.
So potentially Knights play the Dolphins in the last round, so that could be a deciding match as well. It's all coming together. You can't script this stuff.
Yep, huge. Who the Broncos got in the last round? I'll have to have a look at the draw.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at the draw.
All right, let's have a look at what we did in the tipping. Look at that. 6. We've both got 6.
Tipped the same thing, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
disappointing on the Seagulls and Panthers. You thought for sure they were going to win. But...
Yeah. 117, 115, Breno. What's your score? Let us know in the tips. We're still waiting for someone to do that.
In the comments.
Chuck it in the comments. Let us know what your score is. But yeah, good week last week. 2 big upsets.
Yeah, massive.
I think everyone was going for a perfect round if they got up. No real surprises last week except those 2.
Okay, let's go check out the background. I mean, let's. What happened there?
Oh, the background. I noticed it was a red and blue background, Breno. Is that for any reason? Maybe the Newcastle Knights winning, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just thought it looked pretty.
Still got my red and green frame around me, so I'm okay. Would have been real nasty to change that too.
All right, so we kick off round 26. 2 weeks to go. We've got the Cowboys taking on the Storm at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Rumours surfaced, but they're not. We know this is true. Bellamy is resting some of the players coming into the end of the season. Smart move or disrespectful to the opponent. As we just mentioned
smart
before.
Move.
It's smart.
Yeah.
Rest your
Smart.
players.
Yeah.
So that means the Storm...
That means we're both going to tip Cowboys.
I was going to tip the Storm till I heard this news, and then I seen
well,
the
actually, I heard
the
on the
odds.
radio, Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes, and I forget the other 2. Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes, Asafa Solomona, and the 4th one are still in the team.
Yeah, right.
I reckon with Harry Grant and Jerome Hughes still in the team, it's not going to be 13 plus.
No, I've got 1 to 12. Yeah, for
Cowboys, 1 to 12.
Cowboys. Yeah, looking at the odds for this, Storm are paying $4.25 now. I don't think they've paid that for about 5 years, at least, or more.
Yep. It would be good. What would be ripping someone off is if I went and put $100,000 on them being $4.25, and then Bellamy put everyone back in again. That'd be good.
Well-
Bellamy, call me. No, that's illegal. No, we're not suggesting any illegal play here. Bulldogs, Manly. This will be a cracker,
Yeah.
Breno.
Dogs are 5 in a row, sitting in 5th as well. They'll
Manly
be-
6th.
Yeah, they will be in
Yep.
the finals for the first time since 2016 as we head to Accor Stadium. Back to Accor, there we go. Bulldogs, Seagulls. Seagulls are paying $2.32 after their loss against the Tigers last week. I'm going Bulldogs 1-12.
I'm also going Bulldogs 1-12, but not confidently. Manly have been a team that can turn up. Last week was a bit of an exception. They know if we can win this match, we'll be 5th because they'll jump the Bulldogs and they'll get to play Dragons in the bye round of the first week of the finals. So Manly will want to win this game. This is a massive game for Manly. Otherwise, they're playing the Cowboys. Oh God, this could be terrible.
Panthers
This
lose.
could be terrible.
Panthers have lost back-to-back games though, but for the first time since round 8 and 9, Panthers' last home game before the finals, I think, against the Rabbitohs at Bluebet. Panthers are in 4th. They dropped down. Rabbitohs in 15th. They're paying $5.75.
Friday night at Penrith, after they've just lost second spot, they've dropped to 4th.
They're
In
not
fact,
going to be happy.
they are going to try and score 100 on South Friday night. This could be very, very bad. So I feel for the Rabbits. I am going Panthers 13 plus, but I'll be cheering you on.
Yeah, Panthers 13 plus.
With
Also,
everything I've got, which won't be much.
Ivan Cleary's 250th game as coach as well. So
Oh God, now they've got even more reason to
they've got
win.
more ammunition.
Oh, they don't need more reason. Take it easy. It's a nothing game.
They're dead already.
They're dead already.
All right, we go into the Saturday games. We got Eels taking on Dragons at Combank at 3 p.m. Eels sitting in 16th, Dragons in 8th, trying to stay in that top 8. Eels are paying $2.25. I'm taking Dragons 1-12.
I'm also taking Dragons 1-12, but I nearly went Eels 1-12. To be fair, this one could go either way. Parramatta at home. They know they win this week. There's no spoon bowl.
Yeah,
They've done it. They're through. So
we want to see Spoon Bowl. Damn it!
damn, we want to see spoon bowl. We want to see spoon bowl. But yeah, no, I've got Dragons 1-12.
Nice.
I'm right? I'm just starting to think I'm wrong now. Are they tied? Where's Tigers?
Yeah,
No, hang on.
because the Tigers.
There is
the
spoon
Tigers
bowl.
got a-
No, I'm
Tigers
wrong.
got a
I'm
bye.
wrong. Yeah, Tigers have the bye. So they go to 18 points. Eels will be 16 points. The Eels will need to win to knock Tigers back into last. So it doesn't matter what happens this week.
It's gonna
We've got a
happen.
spoon bowl either way because if Parramatta win, West Tigers have the bye, they'll both go to 18. Its winner still takes it. So there's a spoon bowl, ladies and gentlemen.
If there's no winner after that, we'll have a 3-man sack race every consecutive Saturday.
Oh, I think
Something
we should
like
just stand there and watch them punch each other and
we
still
can do that too.
one man standing.
Top 8 hopes are on the line here for probably both of these teams. Dolphins taking on Broncos. Dolphins are in 10th, the Broncos in 9th. And Dolphins are paying $2.70, Broncos $1.47. I am taking, even though they don't do too good at home at the moment, Broncos 1-12.
I'm exactly the same once again. Geez, we're going to have a hard time beating each other in the tips if we keep tipping all the same tips. But anyway, I've got Broncos 1-12. Not a lot of confidence. They've been good the last few weeks, but they can switch off like that. Dolphins have to win. They have to win.
To stay in
They
it, have
absolutely have to win this game. Their season is over if they don't win this game. They have the slimmest of chances right now. And they play the Knights in the last round. They've got to win this one. They have to win this one.
Can they both lose?
It could be a draw. That would be
I'd
fantastic
love
for the
that.
Newcastle
Absolutely.
Knights, because if they win their game, they jump both of them into 8th spot should the Dragons lose, which could happen because it's Parramatta.
Never know.
So, yep. Geez, Trent Barrett's getting a spoon, mate. Wouldn't that be awesome? I don't mind Parramatta, but I'm not a big fan of Trent Barrett. That would be awesome, seeing Parramatta get the spoon with him in charge. This should be his last job. Like, seriously, I can't believe he has a job. He's proved time and time again that he cannot coach.
I just feel sorry for the Tigers. They don't want 3 in a row. The Knights did it
No,
a little
no
while
one's
ago, and
been
it wasn't nice.
I remember the South in the early 2000s, mate. We were every year it felt like we were the wooden spooners. You know, and then that one year Melbourne cheated and made themselves last. Thank you. That was awesome.
All right, Sharks
All right.
keen to solidify their spot in the top 4 while Sean Johnson plays his last game of his career. Sharks sitting in third, Warriors 14. Warriors paying $4.45. And McInnes, he's going to be playing his 200th NRL game. Good on him.
Yep. Sharks looking really sharp without Nico Hines in. You know, you got to be wondering what Fitzgibbon's thinking right now, right? So Hines is due back first week of the finals. If it ain't broke,
Don't
know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are playing really good football, the Sharks. They ripped the Dragons apart. Not that they put up much of a fight, but, you know, this will be a test. The Warriors can aim up. It'd be good for Sean Johnson to get a good bye to his Sharks fans as well.
Oh, he played for the Sharks too, yeah.
He played for the Sharks as well. I've gone Sharks 1-12, but it's at the higher end of 1-12, like the 10-12, 30-20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
Also taking Sharks 1-12. I didn't mention that already.
All right, then the Knights.
It's New South Wales mining round at the Knights McDonald Jones Stadium as they take on the Titans on Sunday at 2 p.m. Knights 11th, Titans 13th. They're paying $3.25. They have not won at Newcastle since 2016.
Ooh,
So I'm taking the Knights 1-12. Come on, boys.
I also have the Knights 1-12. They are fresh off the win over the Bunnies.
Little win, yeah.
They had the bye the week before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The week before.
So
no, we had the Sharks the week before that. Then
they've got some momentum. Yeah, we got some momentum after the bye. The win over South. Titans haven't been great. Knights have to win. Season over if they don't. It's probably still over. But, I'm being hopeful for you, Breno.
That's a long shot.
When that Dolphins-Broncos game ends up as a draw, we're going to be going,
yes. Heard it here
Knights
first.
1-12. Yeah, Knights 1-12.
All right, finishing off the round on Father's Day, we head to Allianz. Raiders knocking over Panthers last week, while Roosters annihilated the Titans. So this could be a big one to finish up on. Roosters second, Raiders 12th. Raiders are paying $4.95 after their nice little win against the Panthers. I'm taking Roosters 13 plus though.
I'm also taking Roosters 13 plus. As much as I think Ricky Stewart played a good game last week, I'm yet to see Canberra play 2 good games in a row. Roosters at home. I can't see anything but a big win here. They've got second. They weren't expecting it, and they've got second, and they're not gonna let this go. Tell you now, Canberra will have to throw the Parliament House at them to stop them. So, they're not going to lay down the Roosters. So, expect a big win there for the Chookies.
All right, so if you didn't pay attention, here's our tips. Take note. I want to see your tips. Here it is. Let's have a look. All right.
Big weekend, mate. Big weekend of games. This is exciting.
Massive, yeah.
Second last round of watching South get smashed. It's fantastic. Can't wish next year to come fast enough. But Latrell Mitchell, I don't know if you heard yesterday on Tuesday, Breno, he fronted the South board and said, I don't know what I was doing.
What the hell? He's still not taking ownership.
What the actual? So if South accept that, I mean, fair dinkum. It's just not good enough. at least say you were having a Bex and a good lie down. We all know what was happening. He's not going to admit it because they've really got no evidence except a dodgy photo.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I was doing. Oh, come on! Remember that guy? Remember that? Oh, come on, guy! Remember there was a video, a Kiwi. Oh, come on! Fair dinkum.
Okay, let's go have a look at PJ's tip of the week. After all that,
You can look at
PJ's tip of the week.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on! So anyway, bad week last week. 2 big upsets. Everyone fell for it. So I'm nothing special. Manly, 13 plus. Lost. Was it 13 plus? I forget. Lost the game anyway. It doesn't matter. Panthers 1-12. They lost 1-12. Storm 1-12. They kicked on and went 13 plus because the Dolphins went, we're going to knock off early this season, guys. Just so you know. The media's been banging on about Wayne Bennett coaching 2 teams at the same time. Yes, the moment he signed with South Sydney, the Dolphins have dropped out of the toilet, but he's clearly not coaching, bro. He doesn't even live in the state that they're training in, for God's sake. Come on, write better stories. And the Roosters 13 plus, the blind man and his dog. Stevie Wonder got that one. So this week we have, drum roll, Cowboys 1-12. Panthers 13 plus. Hurts me to say, but it's going to be 13 plus. Broncos 1-12. And Roosters 13 plus. Once again, they're going to dominate that match, I feel. So Cowboys 1-12. Panthers 13 plus. Broncos 1-12. Roosters 13 plus. Put it on. I'm going to put that one on this week, Breno. I've got a good feeling in the second last round. I'm going to get one right this year. The gamble responsibly.
yeah.
Gamble responsibly.
PJ's tip of the week.
I think
All right, looking to some Oh, yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Looking forward to some awesome footy this weekend. Hey, do you want to tell everyone about the jersey that you're wearing?
Oh, yeah. So this is the South members jersey designed by the South members. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's a little bit orange, got a little bit of gold rabbit there and the green. And I saw it online and I went, that looks terrible. I'm not paying money for that. So I didn't. So I didn't order a members jersey this year. And then they played in that on Saturday night, and that didn't make me buy it at all. But when I saw it, I actually saw a few people wearing it during the day, and I've gone, wow, I actually really like that jersey. What a shame I didn't buy one. I was really upset because now I like the jersey, and I didn't buy one 3 months ago when they asked me to pre-order. Then we walk into the stadium, and I see them at the shop as Breno's been detained by security. I see them in the shop. And they even had my size. Yeah, I even went a size down and it still fits me because I'm working out at the moment. You know, going to the gym. Yeah, I work out. So yeah, very, very happy I got this jersey now. And I'll take it off before I go to dinner with the missus tonight.
Pretty good idea.
She's a Sharks fan. You all know.
All right, gang. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight for another episode of NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Had a bit of fun. It was a good weekend. Looking forward to another good weekend of footy. Hope you all enjoy it. Enjoy it, PJ.
Yep. I hope your team wins, guys. I hope the Knights win. 4 teams challenging the Dragons for 8th spot. So there's a 5-horse race now. I hope your team wins. I hope the Bunnies don't get murdered. I hope Penrith have still clocked off and we get a win. But enjoy the footy and have fun.
Hopefully there's a mercy rule. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Night.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.